Assalamu alaikum. Comrades. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. This is just a quick update. I feel like as a country. Biela miro nyanda kalamin wala mnyuko na banko be level jumal right now, because one thing is very important here, and I always say it, Gambians, as a Gambian told Gambia dungul, I think nehatara komen tariko timaringo bentol bulle history meya lonko. This history o nyintariko me alonko ayan karandi fen jamalela me alonko manyana sonna in our life, either is our personal interest or either is whatever manyana sonna to give an opportunity for be minabula la kukono ku me alonko sama abekelam fon la ke quality. The overstay of Sadawda Kairaba Jawara in this country, Jumala Asabu, Ndol Gambian Kula Asabu, Jumala Asabu, it was the people Malayalonko who were living in PPP at that very time. Badin Gambian Kolu, my fellow comrades. Ya Jemala 22 years, pour Kamarajang, Kamaranidiala, Kamara sila la sila me ya lonko Gambia dungo be nsafo Gambia dungo be ya toro soto. Even those people me ya lonko, they were in Jambe's government or they were aiding and abetting with Jambe will form look at the victimolity. They were ministers. Ministers were minister me ya lonko ya Jambe sorong. Minister will be will borsa nyim banko bula, and those people were servants of Jambe. Wala mold me alongo ye doko ya Jambe kotole. But men kada wala mnyuko when they were in the government, e nyinata nyinako ebe ya Jambe mako ka nyamen sama itol fon be kala victimolity. Sama itol fon be kala victimolity, and that is what is actually happening. That is what is actually happening in our country. Bi mena kada bi President Barrow fele bi ako Voice newspaper ako atebe wolle sambala court threatening them. I will accuse Minala for defamation of character. I accuse of defamation of character. But when we are talking about defamation of character, President Barrow mojele la character jang a defam bijang. Because President Barrow Kumakan will milk to Honorable Usain Dabo. I mean, we can call those people as defamation. It's only common as defamation. Kamo doya, kamo jindi. So it's like be President Barrow now. About America no come at him untouchable lady. At a moment me along moment on the Femfolama. A president may along only 2 times. Be oba from Jekanko, moment yan the Femfolatama. At is a god. Adam alalet Gambia dungul jang ngam mol jemeli alon ko be nyim banko kanjang, because minakata their family members are benefiting from NPP government, because minakata they are not thinking about the difficulty me alon ko wala be Gambian ko kan e mantere mira kan bi na electricity be nyaadi na energy system mo be nyaadi le. That was not this o manke fet me alon ko ke mira wala e mantere mira kan bi the exchange rate na exchange rate. President Barrow ka finde ka journalist will attack President Barrow le jang. There was a time I teacher do nyanko dais ko ako free media freedom yang President Barrow den ko dunja media freedom. But B, the same President Barrow and his political alliance wala multi-million ko le faka media household take suppress nyim banko kanja. And we are seeing Gambian people, Gambian dingul, million they still want to support those ideas. Amanga fente me alonko amabota. Jumala ma alonko President Barrow and his NPP. I mean, Jumala ma alonko Mohamed Jah me alonko is the proprietor of QTV. Jumala ma alonko is a supporter of President Barrow. Jumala ma alonko President Barrow is dealing with Mohamed Jah. But the evidence has come to light. Those Korean investors mele alonko in Ataja. Mohamed Jah is Samba State House. Mohamed Jah was Korean investor Samba State House. But what was the statement of the president? And again, Mbeya Kalamta Janako, President Barrow e Gambian call the Keno Menta. A Gambian call the Keno Menta, the former Chief of Social Catara Diamond, Chief of Social Catara Diamond, Jumale go, the company member Logan, who owns that company? The money President Barrow is using to build that property. Who is Jumale Okolo Bondika? Jumale Molo. President Barrow la bungome ya lonko awolo manka monkunda. President Barrow ya famole, let him show us the account where that money came from. President Barrow la family compound in manka monkunda. President Barrow ya famole jumale multi and where that money came from Meliota kaje renovate. We are not fools, huh? We are not fools. Don't manka fina machite. O mamadou jumala. Even Sidi, Sidi Sise me ya lonko, aka fintina nka claim sol bay. Sidi ka jumala nene. Sidi Sise kabana raja, abe doko la muntole. Sidi Sise was not a member of NPP. Amanga NPP doing it. He was not part of the founding members of NPP. But jumala Sidi Sise samana, kage purka alondi kage kiyamanoti. For President Barrow ya ala own party dengulu. Ala own party dengulu. Aye bali. Pour canal law. Even those people have more opportunity than CDC. Those people have more opportunity to win West Coast than even CDC. But mine President Barrow compel. Mine atina force. Yenya pinkanke. Faka jago CDC pour CDC West Coast win. Juma la planoti. Because it was always their plan. Ebe Mohamed Jah, ebe sementu ala nyame, ebe rekle ala nyame. So nim voice newspaper severoke, voice newspaper call from their sources. It was not voice newspaper, but they said they have a source. So what is the President Barrow telling us now? You want false voice newspaper to tell them their source. They want voice newspaper for who is their source. But then Gambiolo, I am asking you for one democracy letima. For one democracy letima, ka voice newspaper ke force pour la source for President Barrow. Gambian Kolu, dictator fela ka fintina, Jarenteo fela ka fintina, Mo fela ka fintina meya lonko, I left a comment, akadiam go look. You cannot through the names of democracy when you don't want to follow the rules of democracy or the principles of democracy. President Barrow sunya jellem, President Barrow la molbelo in the media, ebe UDP 2 mila, ebe kumon for UDP ma. Talking about UDP leadership to jang, sunya jelle what? But they don't want people to talk about their leadership. Because yalonoko, MPP is not strong. So President Barrow is just playing game to the people of NPP. Mobe alono jam Mohamed Jah. Ala Ramadan jif me aka dimol. Aka sungrol mel dimol and other stuff. Jumale ma long. Minatin na Mohamed Jah ya buloka fola. Otumo aka odi nyame anin sayente mine ya falindi. Jumale ma long. We all know mine ba ko koma. We all know the reason behind it. Let's look at the activities aka melke. In fact, even True TV as a media platform. And let me tell you something, Gambians, I just want better than Hakilola Bakede. They are trying to put a Gambian cold feeling. Go. I remember loko Ahmed Ba. Time me alonga finti nunka Muhammad ja attack. MPP to tuluna no mol Hakilola. Time me alonga finti nunka Muhammad ja attack. What was the reason me at na Muhammad ja attack? Because what happened, Jang? Ahmed Ba was in Muhammad Jala, one of the program during the Ramadan. But mina you don't know ke. Faka Muhammad Jala platform on attack. And Mbeya loko, True TV, they campaign. They give free advert, free announcement, free campaign trials. They all did the NPP la jam. Kafamoleko, that was paid. Yeah, I mean, let them show us the receipt. NPP Joe Menna during the campaign. MPP True TV Joe Menna. Allow for MPP let them show us the receipt. Receipt of me along MPP True TV Joe Walla to do all those adverts for them, to do all those advertisements for them. We are not stupid, and we will never be stupid. So they want to suppress them. They want to make the media to be silenced. You want to talk about other people's party, and you don't want people to talk about your party. Who are you deceiving? Alka jumala deceiving in Banko Kanja. So Gambian call Alsal Hakil to back. Ngale ko, President Barrow menton Beya alone. Let me come back to the history, the connection. President Barrow connection was mentioned with Mohammed Jah. And I am telling you, I must make sure that I know the fact. Jumale President Barrow family compound in Mankamokunda. Let President Barrow show us the account. I okodo bondi muntole. I okodo use put a family compound on Yundaka renovate in 2017. Let President Barrow show us the account. I okodo use. I okodo bondi munto because not his salary. Amankala joti. So you cannot be dealing with this businessmen. If a kodo dealer, if a family kele, you don't want people to talk about them. It's high time we start speaking. It's high time naga killing, naga ba killing, fa killing. Purka aja ko dictatorship le sabat la nyimba ko kanja. Jang nyimba ko mambanko do fole. But nyimba ko kanja gambe jang. We will never allow it. And but President Barrow allo membe kerende because Kabrin ko finti da mbadi ngul jam MPP signed them, they are in trouble. And I am telling you, I told MPP call that is what is happening. President Barrow alone nakabila tatamla one is going to lose the election. And I alone very well if you contest against anybody here because he is going to contest against the will of the Gambian people. I alone them ko ye make the 2021 they will never be able to do it again. Atakela do ko ngem badi ngulu. May happen to 2021 will never happen in this country. Never in our life. Never in our life. Because we know what happened. Because we know what happened. And parliamentary men can belon. Even parliamentary, look. I know why even President Barrow have that number of members of parliament in the parliament. We know everything. We know everything. So who are they deceiving? Ekajumala deceive. But now, it's like a media suppress. You want to suppress the media. But that will never happen in this country. We will never allow anybody to suppress the media in this country. And we will never allow dictatorship in this country. You will try your own means to put media silence, but you will never and ever able to silence the media. That will never happen in this country. Let's go back to the history. When we were doing the campaign against Gambia, Mohamed Jah have not contributed dime. Amman Fen contribute dime to the coalition. Among Anbudu Kaje, let him show us a receipt. Let him show us an evidence code he has contributed in the coalition 2016. Then we are all dining and whining with Jambe. But immediately after 2016, when they start connecting with the president, especially when the president was in Fajara, we know everything. That connection not continued. Kamanka mansuo kono kala manka mansuo doku. Ka mexo ko danke ka bunya wolo in manka mankunda ka mexo ko danke nin keep the susla dulani membeje. Keep the susla dulani. And again, President Barrow ben suo kono in tough. Who owns it now? President Barrow ben suo kono tough. Jumal tamu bi. This is how they're dealing with the businessmen. Kana banko bankrupt. Kana banko bula kasaro kono. Now, they want to use tribalism. Left can divide and rule. And to left can accept. You don't accept rule. After the tribal, divide and rule. Gambians want to accept that. But Gambia funding left can accept. Gambia muso left can accept. The promise Gambia, President Barrow have given to Gambia, I promise Jumale fulfill. Leadership is about integrity and moral. Did he have the morality? Did he have the integrity? Did he have the trust? So ye Mohamed Jasamana. Yana Kindi Fambala. Ale promise all sefe that he is going to build that house for you in Fajara, because let them tell us the company member, Jumalo company Samana, and who owns that company? The company building the Fajara house. President Barola retirement house. Just which company is building it? Where is the money come from? Let them show us the account that the money is coming from the president. Or let them show us the account that the money is coming from the central government. We are not fools. And we will never be fooled. So MPP call, you can deny that fact. President Barrow Clinton Ayafako Abenyu Sambala court. I mean, that is his right. So what they want to do, they want to use, they want to change our courts as a draconian courts. And then Gambian judges or Gambian magistrates will be accept la, ka President Barrow allow to use our courts as a mercenary courts. To use our courts as conqueror courts. Gambia Dungulu, Albesonawal. Albesonawal. What they will say, how will you do ha, Luale Sembo Diala. But in there, I always say this Luaman Sembe Diala. Makisale Wolefo. Makisala ko Luale Sembo Diala. But the people of Senegal stood. Stand there lote ko ha, Luaman Sembe Diala. Makisala Banda ko Luale Sembo Diala. But the people of Senegal said ko Luaman Sembe Diala. Because the voice of the Gambian people or the voice of the Senegalese people at that time, they want 2 terms. Gambian call over 2 terms. Yes, deputy use. You want to suppress the voice of the Gambian people? We will never allow it. Though Furuya allow la jang. And it's high time Gambian call your law if hey. Gambian call Nantala Purko long if way. President Barrow is turning to be a dictator. Alafonye Banku Jumala ni almost 90 people. Mo tan kononto. Mo tan kononto ke bondi banko kanyang ke samba America. Mo tan kononto. O tan kononto be ya jibe. Gambia government officials are not even up to 25 or 30. The remaining are all members of NPP. And I can tell you, out of them, almost about 20 to 30 of them are not even coming back. You Gambian people, I don't Gambia don't. I left a sign in President Barrow na baby nice wakama. I left in President Barrow na song, Banko be tembo men kono we continue. Bankobe level mento. I left the way continue. Let's call a spade a spade. Senegal B. They know what is change. That is why the Senegalese Mansong, they voted against the party of Macky Sall. Even Macky Sall boy ta nyama nyama. Even Macky Sall mallo nyama nyama. Ya make sure loko kajoko they will not follow APR. Macky Sall la party yo APR immense ke follow. Then I am calling on Gambian people. Me Gambian call Kumandika. It's high time now make sure be in large numbers to fight against the president. To make sure that President Barrow is not going to Amanta Lolo election will come 2026. We can do it. And let me tell you something. It's going to be the same. Because I believe that Gambian police officers, Gambian military officers are not going to dance to this tune. Gambia police soldiers sonna Magisale Senegal will use. Let me tell you something, Alma Mello. The Senegalese police were very, and the Senegalese gendarmerie, they were so wise enough. Immense to come Magisala Kabula la Kuja old Noma. Because they know that the change will come. Because they know that the Senegalese people are ready for change. So mo kurul mele alongo wolel ka ami Magisala lo kuruya kolke. I mean what they do, yaminaka wolam nyindiko. Yaminaka what have they done? Yaminaka wolam nyindiko. Ike nyalen max. Ika mabo. So many alongo wole from Okungojandi, they were not part of the military or they were not part of the gendarmerie. They were not part of the gendarmerie, huh? E mantala gendarmerie kono, huh? My fellow comrades, my fellow Gambian people, it's high time Nyola, ka President Barrow ka tandalako, we are ready to fight against you. And now, as time was for us to be coming regularly on Facebook, regularly on TikTok, to speak to Gambian people. Kadiamu Gambian go. This is not about our interests. And then let me tell you something. It can make you Saul and you to go hard. You know, opposition already. I kind of opposition will danko. Because they want to be free. Momo yalong opposition, they want to silence you. And after the opposition will dendi, opposition will take a level. That is the new track be men keka. Ko opposition momo ka ko President Barrow man ta tatam o banku du njawoleti. But ibe men ko la banku du njawole multi million ko ibe President Barrow fon le la hido me yalon ko ayalondi ele fa ka je ko la hido nyin pour President Barrow amin la hido nyin tinya. Wollam den kurul wollam banku du njawolti. Wollam banku du njawolti. Ñu ñom banku du njawya sot lañu banko kanja. But you know, kuja or sot lañu banko kanja. It's high time.
I don't understand.
It's high time. It's high time na haklu ba. Ñim banko mun tol be la bankot. Me ya lonko ndol fonnin cewlu. Ñanda kan na sama jibe bakel. It's not about intellectual interest, but it's about the future. The amount of corruption, the amount of judgment in Banco Kanja. Na foreign currency, na dollar so against foreign currency. Be safe be gel. Minat na be safe after out. Be man boda be gel. Minat na be man boda after out. President Barrow me mirawola ka private flight out Saudi Arabia they went on official mission. We was not communicated to the Gambians. The president, how can the president use a state phone to travel without informing the Gambian people he's going to Saudi Arabia? And to go with all that number of people in Saudi Arabia using taxpayers' money. Yeah, my brother, welcome.
Thank you so much, Baraka Bage.
Thank you.
Yeah, be content about it and mbala moira fana be content.
Thank you.
And come bamurulera kumolka ndenga mera Gambia dingor nyadra momo ikungo be noto. Be nyanda wulile ka findikatlo nding yalo nde mbukala be purka dinit yamu ne boko be ibe fitno le wulindika purka findikela right meaning wonin ka fitno upindi mankile. Mbeyalo ne Gambia be stage mento. Ning ayatra Adama Barrow bita Saudi. Another delegation of Gambia be stage mento. Look, bro, Natra Momo imu banku ding kendol di ke mirale hakiola nyantalo na loko ni mola na flo katara kan ne balance so Gambia lo kuna pata ela Saudi ta be Gambia di mol na para mun. No ibuda Saudi ita inara America jang. Bari ining Gambia dingol merbe America jang jani be murula ini ba ko en la because ndel bom ba plano ke kan be fintla nyami kay dan dik dunia be la ko mu mantal di me along pa corruptale menu be babale be corruptale so Gambia dingol te tina ka o be Gambia be stage o men so nde la fa na kumo la fatala la fa na kumo ta Gambia dingol le ka please ngapula ka kom ta Nimo, it's not about UDP, it's about Gambia. So, Nyalem, people like a Findika issue because they Gambia stage right now. They found in them and them never for more from UDP. But in comment sol menga, in postal menga, Mojama for UDP. So, we are done for UDP Tonyaka because near Tonya for if you move more, if our motive are unable to doubt, for UDP. So, this is about it's not about UDP. Gambia for the stadium mendo. Many tam kanyo kanne puka ka make sure Adama Baruna la moli bondi 2026. Ni one thing Gambia be ado malum ba fulanya min hako boni.
No,
Gambia
no. It's about it's about our future. Yalong coming for moli. I mean, let me tell you something, and people will be surprised. For me, I don't know for others. I know the way I love this country. I know, wallahi, it's not about partisan. This is about our country.
We all know that you love the country.
I mean, President Barrow called me it's like somebody may alonko about 7 years in power. Moment the 7 years in power now, was same say Wakamira no coming at the time Gambia beat. Wakamira no coming more not cut against. That is the feeling he's having now. Momeyalo, 7 years in power, is using the judiciary now. And after that, the Kiti Bumulta can use for his personal interest. Gambian call sign.
Ida, Banko kata system mantra Gambia sambala. So Gambia mantra takang hanin dauda ba murun kan komal. So nadran Gambia dingol serious la. Nyanda pati ko ni manke pati ko nga adama baro bondi je nga mo kije me ya lon ko aba molla sulo na fala me ya lon ka mol protect la Gambia dingol man protect right now. Ni dara loptano do bori tije. Sila mantra keri, nawek mantra keri, ji mantra molbul. Look, mo adal ko mo balula nyaadi. Ala baro me akije 8 years, mo me ya lon ko 8 years amasu ko men. Also keno 2 years oko. Ata kala no wai bal nene kanne ba Gambia dingol nene kan ala nyaayele. Look, e manki about nde at first birin arama baro na dan bebe arama baro support kaneno. Bari birin tingaje ko kilimbali akumati. Nde tilimbali support no la keda pati o pati da hana trante ba pati o kono na tran na pati be tilimbali ale in kan Gambia dingol tebe mba fintele le ngaf so nyin adudan del Gambia dingol le fo bulu wallahi la azim nin sonda adama baro e menke nin last election o aya wati look because adama baro e menke aya wati aba fo kanne okay yes ngani ke 2021 imam fenke fintele ngaji o bonkan ida state. So mo sifa la kera ko denga alon ko aninga mani UDP mantra nyola de aninga Gambia dingol lebe nyola this time.
No, I mean, yalo, no, come in, ikaw tactics use, kamol feeling, yalo, nde kamen for mole wala minti ko, mammodo londe, but nde I know very well ko, nde ajatante from bela, kajo ko di next election jang, I mean, bello la luntaon nyato, be balana, ita karto file nyimba ko kanja.
Oh yeah.
Another kaitole bebulu, because look, let me tell you something. If Senegalese can stand, Senegalese all loader, because the security sector, the security. Namira bi nim kolyabe mol kan kolyabe me security ka o mantana mo kan yimba ko kanja. Because look, me, I can say okay, no, I'm a councillor now, so at least in the joke and and then I'm making my life a little bit better. But look, I mean, Nimbango falinta na good leadership soto. Mine be deal na. Let me tell you, and being for more in Kayako, you know, we don't understand. Minatina from 2017 can be Gambia down answer mom factory kendall soto. Factory may along at least factory killing was 500 people to 1,000 people employee no. Why answer master no? I'm an investor, so I'm an investor. They want to invest in this country, but why are they not investing? Yeah, I mean, President Barrow cannot understand. Some of the people campaign for him, and yet still President Barrow Mandoko Dino well. Minat na President Barrow Mandoko Dino well. That is something I don't know. Minat na President Barrow Mandoko Dino well. Because there was no opportunity for those investors to come and invest here. Because one thing we have to look at, the amount of corruption in this country. Corruption of an investor not a bank the corrupt index of the country. Because look, if you want to go jail before you are going to even have your certificate of registration. Okay, if you have no certificate of registration now, for example, now let's look at the law of our country. Na bankola lua benyadile. Lua membejang, how did that law investor? How did that law even protect the citizens of this country? Because investor can be GBL. And investor can be GBL because look, you cannot come to a country, your investment is not going to be guaranteed. But now, investor can be GBL. Masakunda membejang, how is this government, how is the corruption level of Benyadile? Because people think it's not possible that most nano in Bangkok and investment me alonko abe more jola no a month $1,500. More can know what possible, but I can tell you it's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible in this country an investor or a factory operating Bangkok and more Georgia $1,500 a month. It's possible. Possible. Let me tell you why it's possible. Why I say it's possible is this. Okay. Now, then I do an investment. Let's say na farmland na farmland farm. A big farm. Na farming nga guana doku, nga mental doku, nga jabo doku, nga producer doku, nga maybe nga kumba doku, nga producer doku melialongo. They can be exported. Okay. A farmer in Spain or a farmer in Holland or a farmer in in any other country. Let's ask ourselves now. That farmer in any of those countries now, a monumental do call in Holland or a monumental do call in Japan or any other country. If you can pay those people, for example, $1,500 or you can pay them $2,000 a month. Paying a Gambian $1,500. And even you have the quality of produce is even better than the quality of produce in Spain. And now the produce in Spain, the same produce in the world market or in the markets. Let's ask ourselves now. Nga pombitero doku Spain. Spain na pombitero nyinkara dunia kono. Akaraji eka wafinoje. And you can it's a pumpitero doku no jang meyalonko wala fongo be sembo solo dan pumpitero meyalonko abe Spain. Say you can pay a farmer in Spain for $1,500 or $2,000. Why can't you pay a farmer in Gambia for $1,500? So investors have looked into that. It's possible for them to do it, but they are looking at the level of corruption and the supply of electricity. Because remember, if you want to have a generator in this country, how much are you going to spend on the generator? How much are you going to spend on the fuel? Now, an investor can do, okay, now, but if there is a stable electricity in the Gambia or in this country, I can do my investment. But for example, now, okay, if I want to it needs to be cool. But you cannot even have a proper electricity supply in your cold store. You cannot even have a proper electricity supply in your cold store. I mean, it might be investment of because what you are producing at the end of it, so these are some of the obstacles Gambia can through those ones. Some of them will tell you, I mean, Barrow is doing development. I mean, development let's ask ourselves. Barrow the moon development na keka nyimbanko kanjang. Benyo nyunka wala ba. Okay, Barrow the sila doku wala. Let's ask ourselves the quality of that road. Barrow ka silo men doku. The amount of dollars Barrow the men spent silo nyinka. And now let's go to Ghana, or let's go into serious countries in the world. With serious countries in the world, a kilometer doku jelel $1,000. But Barrow and his government will tell us, Basel Bukasotojang, Betama Bukasotojang. So basically, Betama Bukasotojang, so Dolbe Silo Doku government is going to be more costly than other part of the world. But let's ask ourselves, there are other countries in the world, Betama Bukasotojang, but how much are they charging per kilometer of road? How much are they charging? And how much the Gambia is paying? How much are they paying labor? Why this they are not paying labor? Why are they not paying them? Because people need a for example, in Spain or in Germany. Engineer, for example, a proper engineer, maybe you might earn at the end of the month, you maybe about 2,000 euros. But so why now, and let's say, for example, those countries, they are paying per kilometer for $1 million, for example, per kilometer. So they are charging $1 million per kilometer there in Spain, and they are paying their labor in a monument of cola. They are paying them $2,000 every month. But you're charging me 1.2 million per kilometer, or 1.3 million per kilometer, or 1.5 million per kilometer. But now the labor, how much are you spending on the labor? How much are you paying your laborers? How much are you paying your engineers? But you are paying an engineer, for example, here. I mean, the maximum they are paying engineers here for a month, maybe it's $20,000 or $50,000. Sorry, maybe $20,000. In fact, yes. You're paying a labor here for less than $500 a month, and you are charging more than what they are charging per kilometer in Spain or in other part of the world. But why Minatina, Ibuka Gambian code Jono Walla, Minatne Ibuka Jang, Ibuka labor Jono that amount of money. And they are charging more than what those people are charging per kilometer. So now this means those companies are going home. Well, many companies are coming here, but in fact, some companies will say we want to do pre-financing because the amount of money they spend on the labor is very cheap, it's very low. Let's use our brain. Let's use our sense, my fellow comrades. This is not about politics. This is about logic. This is about, using your sense, using your knowledge, and make sure you do 1 + 1. My comrades, I am talking to you. My fellow citizens. But President Barrow Molu, the amount of kickback the government is getting from road construction, from the road construction, let's ask ourselves. President Barrow as kickback in some of those roads. Hey, we are not going to be scared to tell the truth. What is the quality of those roads? They're charging, they're paying labor, they're paying keep labor, they're having keep labor, keep materials, and they are charging more than countries. They are having quality road, and they are paying a lot of amount of money for labor, and they are buying good quality of materials. America comment their countries are producing those materials. If I don't my fellow comrades, I am speaking to you. This is not about politics, but this is about the development of our country. And some of them will tell you, IMF. IMF. Look, my fellow comrades, IMF is a profit-making body. The more they are giving you loan, the more they are killing your country. That's why they are always friends to the governments. They are good in taking loans. We are not saying, we cannot take loans, but we should play intelligence when we are taking loans. Now, from our taxpayers' money, how much investment are we doing? How much profit are we making in some of those investments? How much profit are we taking in some of those investments? If you take, for example, you went to IMF, okay, they said we're giving you, let's say, $1 billion. Okay, this $1 billion, if I use for investment, okay, fine. If I use for development, fine. Take the 1 billion, no problem. But what you should think, that 1 billion we are taking now, that's supposed to be, if I take 1 billion and I do the development, that development, create an economy. That is what you need to look into. You can know, calculate, how are you going to pay those loans? But if you are taking loans when you are not having any other means to pay those loans. You are taking loans, you have no means to pay those loans. This is why from 2017 the Gambia loaning is increasing from 46 billion to 110 billion in 2024. 110 billion. Mineo Sabu. Why? Let's ask ourselves, Mineo Sabu, my fellow comrades. And whenever we talk, because the Baro Kong, the Mambaro Kong, but we are talking about our country. We are talking about the future of our country. The future of our country. We are talking about our sons and daughters. We're talking about, Melbourne Dolcoma, Wolu. Before Wolmina, did we want them to go through the same fight? Our fathers went through the same fight until we are going through that, and we want our sons and daughters to go through that. This is all about logic. But it's a MPP. Maimuna Balde mina, abe Yusla, abe Kumol Fule, or Modomina, Ram Sabal mina, or Domina, ibe Yusla, ibe somebody they want to use you into politics. For them to grow, politically grow. For them to get into positions. At the end of it, you are there suffering. My fellow comrades, it's high time we realize the state of our country. Now understand the banko problem. Now understand the banko problem. So just to give the recap of what I remember focusing on, President Barrow be dictator abe dunkan dictator kono nyame anu ning atar Gambian call sonta alota karde fayola jang. The danger, because we know this, I believe this many Gambians are not going to vote for him. But they think they have some mercenary voters, they will turn the voice of the Gambians, but it's not going to work. President Barrow attacks on the media. The media attack Kanyame, the way he is threatening the media, he said use, to threaten the media, okay, today no make arrest, but I'm based on my civils. Do you know, Badiwul, I just want to ask you something. Do you know Muhammad Sabali la case? It was a cooktop. It was a cooktop. And they finally get Muhammad Sabali. This is the way they will do to silence every citizen in this country. But for me, maybe I will be rotten in mile 2, or I'll be rotten in the prison, or maybe I will die. But inshallah, maybe Allah dan kan. Lolo ni sa dan ka Allah dan wala le. Pour alasan tanka ila fera jawol. Pour alasan nsono mo sabatindi. To believe in the truth, to believe in tonya lambe tonya men kan. Nabur Allah balambe Allah dan wala anum inshallah jikita ko Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala aben no dua yin jabi la ñal to always be in the straight path idina sirat al mustaqim. And the love I have for my country, me adana masaba masakalanke, for me to grow that love, for that love to grow in my heart. Wakano nying way grow na sondo mo kono. And the little alhamdulillah na men long na men faham and ala sem mako you know mat fola mole no nyamen na do man ni men long. But I think it's high time we realize na banko bitaka level mento. Na banko bitaka level mento. I think best stop today until tomorrow, inshallah. When I have time again, I will come and speak to you. But remember, President Barrow, I voice newspaper through a lawyer, either drama. A lawyer, I remember the mayor Lunko during UDP petition or Mello either drama. Well, voice newspaper Safe, Nakaito Menji. Well, voice newspaper Safe, ko President Barrow, ye 2 million, President Barrow ko. Ya 2 million president baroko e bala caractère di form kan president baroko be même fo kan fenne me alon ko bala patio janjannale fenne me alon ko ay fitno samana la patio kono pour ka ko mo safe fenne me alon ko ay tandilo ko atama interest to nyaton ko yala president baroko ay kuma jamal la fi almost about 11 points or so ko way damages men kate but sain to lolu monsieur le préfet de mbafula ko president baro akalla alata Mohamed Jala Tombona. Over other people will go there in NPP. And the NPP government for now deny ibe filo la kono. Because President Barrow man la fena for kodo. I believe that na filo kodo no I believe that wala. Only money alata wala kodo. He doesn't believe in Gambian coal memem for la kapo Gambian coal batarinja. President Barrow mina for mo le jam kura wala kodo. Ako jang electricity is never going to be our problem. Go. I mean, the electricity is remember Jara Soma. Is it what is the phone going for? ONVG. The project may allow the president Barrow to send go back. I go ONVG Natalie. I go say Kuran Koda Galagambila promote. Bilam be Kuran Koso than before ONVG. Bilam Gambian Kola Batarin before. A president who will always come and tell us things may along is not happening. Call me all the time. Is not and you people want to speak about that. You want to use the court, any magistrate or any judge. It's not the president Barrow you use. We all see what is happening in Senegal today. Remember in Senegal, the replica of that is not going to happen here. You must be joking. All of them, the investment okay can down and because we know it. Your Coral Melo Dakar and other countries now bail for Gambia, Almalef, you will recover those monies. Almalef no color someone and be a Julol Metacao Juloljo, Falmalef. But I left our Julol continue. I left the Julol Gambia, I left. This is one of the biggest cocks on Nanyuka today. For Atol left the bank. President Barrow Tajirente and all dictatorship continue Banko Kamba. This is my take for today. And inshallah, I will always come, inshallah. Minala watu word, inshallah. Nale kacha, no happy blend. Mem fola inshallah. Nyata kule meya lonko. Kuma kendolem. Alonko Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala la mako roleti na femfem fanam fa meya lonko amengo kuma kendeti o munto la adamadiya nasoleti ba Allah na masaba masakallanke alma tanko nyi melanka alma mela ka to nya fasa alma kambe sabat len tema alma kelena banko kanulati na sabande frol alma alay nemanin kafarake alma alay laja shone ndima alma alay fi jannatul firdaus la mol mel ya lonko wolle struggle ke fom futa labito be aldan na alma Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ye be tanka mel be balurim bang ani mel tata alma le beso la banku nyimala alma le beso suturola na banko be bulo mento alma ala ya bondi o bulo kono aya dundi bulo kono bulo me ya lonko gambe dimo be fon jelolo kono be ala dan wala man sabab man sakallanka ila amin hadha wajal pour aso kenya inshallah oto mbaflale ko assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa ta'ala wa barakatuh.